Hi everyone, good morning. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to create your events on Facebook. So let's dive in. My name is Priska Amifile and I will be your guide for today's training. Okay, first off, you log into your Facebook account and this should be your personal account. And you're going to be creating the event based on either your account or your page. This is my Facebook page, and for me to create it, I'll come to the to the right hamburger here, by the right, the three lines by the right here, close to the notification button. I'll click it. Once I click it, it shows me a menu, and in the menu, I have a list of shortcuts, feeds, find friends, group, marketplace, memories. I'll just go to events and pick events. Once I pick the events, as you can see, these are list of events already that people had created around, or like my friends have created on their page. Now you can go through the local, this week's events, friends, your friends event, groups events, online events, all of that events can happen. But we want to create our own events. So what do? You look at the right hand, the upper right, the top right rather, and you see the button immediately after events, after the calendar, you see the icon, the plus icon. You click on it and it gives you this page to create your event. So you can either pick a GIF. A GIF is basically things like this, Happy 4th of July, things like this. You can either pick them or you open the gallery, Facebook gallery, to pick any of the colors, or if you have the event banner already designed, this is the right time to upload it. So for this, you must give Facebook access to your phone so that it can pick the pictures from your gallery. So I click on allow, and here is my gallery, and I've already designed something, so I'll pick one. And once I pick one, it's loading. While that is loading, let's go on to create the event name. So the events I'm creating, it's a birthday bash. So your event can be anything, to your matriculation, to your product launch, to child dedication, any event you're inviting people to, you can use this to create an invitation. So I'm choosing the date. The start date is when the event should start. So I'm picking August 18th as the event date, and the time, let's leave it at 1 p.m. And this event is going to end on that same 18th, and probably is going to end by 5 p.m. So I set the time this way, and that way your event can have a start time and an ending time. So you can decide to put this event on repeat. Let's say you want to be hosting a weekly event, you can put it to repeat every other week. So let's try that button and see how that works. If I click on repeat, it can tell me, it's asking me the frequency of the meeting. Will I want it to be daily? Will I want it to be weekly? So if I pick daily, I choose what time in the day do I want it to happen. And if I choose weekly, it's going to ask me what time of the week will I want it to start and will I want it to end. So I'm not using any of the repeating events. I am just doing a one-time event. So the next question here is it in person or virtual? So basically it's asking if this event is supposed to be a physical event or an online event. So if it's in person, I can choose the location. From my design, I'm putting this place to be Protea Hotel, Owerri. So it's going to is moving into the maps to be able to select the place. Now let's go back to virtual. Let's assume we chose a virtual a virtual event, this is what it will look like. It's asking, do you want to have this meeting in your messenger's room? Do you want it to be a Facebook live? Do you have an external link? So in this case, you can think about Zoom or Google Meet. And of course, if you have any clear instructions that you want your event details to have, you can pick each of this and it works. So let's finish an in-person setup, then we create another event to show how a virtual setup works. So I'm going back right to an in-person, and we have selected our in-house location to be Protea Hotel by Marriott Owerri. So that's that. And okay, I'll do that again. Protea Hotel, Marriott Owerri. Awesome. Now it's asking the next question, who can see it? Who do you want to see this event? Do you want it to be a private event? Do you want it to be a public event? Do you want just your friends on Facebook to see it? Or you also want members of a group that you are in to see this? So usually private means you want a group of people to see it. Guests you can invite their friends to this event. So if you pick a private event, it's asking if this is on, guests can invite their friends to your event. Do you want that to happen or not? If you're not comfortable, you can turn the button off. But if you're comfortable, you can leave it right on. So you can pick the public event. That means that every other person in the world can have access to your event. You can pick just for your friends on Facebook, and Facebook is just going to show the event to only people you follow on Facebook, and sorry, the people that follow you on Facebook. Then you can also do that for group members. So these are the places I belong to. So it could be hotels in a Owerri marketplace. Any group you belong to, you can be creating an event just for that group. So whichever way works for you, depending on the program. So going back to this birthday party, I probably want it to be for private setup. So I click on my private setup. When I click on my private setup, I click on done. So okay, so it's a private meeting and it's done. What are the details? Okay, so you can go on to describe the events, what the event is about. In honor of my mother's, we are throwing a birthday to celebrate her. Okay, it could be anything. And I can add a WhatsApp group invitation. So if I had created a WhatsApp group and I want people who have I want to create a WhatsApp group for the people to also communicate prior to the event. This is a good time to paste in the WhatsApp group link there. And that way, when people interact with the event, while interacting, they can also join my WhatsApp group. So I don't have any WhatsApp group button created. So I'm going to go to a co-host, adding a co-host. I can make any one of my friends be a co-host. That means that if I'm not around, the person can be interacting on my behalf, and also so let's add one. You can add one or two co-hosts. Okay, it could be your friends, it could be your family. So I've added this. At the end of it, I am ready to create my event. But before you do that, go right back, check the name, check the dates, make sure that everything is correct. Then you're ready to create your event. Click on create, and just like that, we have created an event on Facebook. So let's see it load. The event has been created. Well done. All right. So after the event creation, remember we said it was a private event. That means that nobody is going to see this event if they are not invited. So this is a good time to copy the invitation link. Once you copy the invitation link, you can send a text to your friends. The Facebook is already giving me a list of my friends and is asking me to invite them. So if I'm interested in inviting them, I'm going to just click on this invite, and yes, they will get my invitation and they will know that I have invited them to a private birthday party. Otherwise, if I'm not inviting my Facebook friends, or my friends I want to invite are not on Facebook, then it's a good time to copy the invitation link and text or email. So with that, if I'm inviting people, I can write their email. Let's put this way. Okay. So I just put this and I can invite this person straight up. I can also put the person's phone number, and let's invite my phone number and see how that works. So, all right. Awesome. So we are ready to invite our friends. Remember, we also copied it. So if you belong to a Facebook group or family WhatsApp group, or any other group you want to share the invite to, is a good time to copy and paste. Thank you, guys. While we are at it, okay, we can see Priska invited you to their Facebook birthday party. So let's open that text message and see what it looks like. All right, Priska invited you to their event birthday party. Tell them if you can make it or not. So before we leave this page, let's go back to Facebook page and see the rest of the instructions there before we can start acting as an invitee. So going back to Facebook page, you already created with my banner, and it's telling me it's created on 5th July to 12th July, and is asking me to promote my events, get the word out there, and engage your community about your events. That's the first step. I can also start a discussion around my events, and it's showing how many people are going, only people who have invited. So basically what this page is telling us is giving you a preview of what your event looks like, and who is interacting with your event. All right. Going. All right, so let's interact with the page and start a discussion. So I can talk about this event on my birthday if I really want to get the word out there. But remember, it's a private birthday party. Even if I talk about it, it means that it's only strictly by invitation. So let's go back and act as someone who is going for a birthday party. All right. So I've opened with a browser and I have seen the invites that had sent to myself via SMS. So it's asking me for the birthday bash created by Priska. Are you going, or you are not going, or you're indecisive? So I'm saying I'm going. But before you do that, you need to log into an account to be able to complete that interaction. So I'm not logging back in. So I will just close it here. So what happens is that once your event is created, you can monitor your events by knowing how many people have interacted with it, and those reports will be showing here. Thank you very much. I hope you got value.